Ladies and gentlemen, stop for a moment and ask yourself, are you living your life, or are you letting life live you? Every day your time, your energy, and your potential are slipping through your fingers, stolen by distractions, obligations, and doubt. What if I told you that everything you've been searching for, clarity, confidence, purpose, and success, starts with one simple choice: to focus and value yourself? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to reclaim your power, protect your time, and finally live a life that truly honors your worth. This isn't just motivation, it's a wake-up call, and it starts right now. Ladies and gentlemen, stop for a moment and ask yourself, are you living your life, or are you letting life live you? Every day, your time, your energy, and your potential are slipping through your fingers, stolen by distractions, obligations, and doubt. What if I told you that everything you've been searching for, clarity, confidence, purpose, and success, starts with one simple choice: to focus and value yourself? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to reclaim your power, protect your time, and finally live a life that truly honors your worth. This isn't just motivation, it's a wake-up call, and it starts right now. When you begin to truly value yourself, the world begins to show you respect in return, not because you demand it, but because your actions communicate it. You start to realize that every choice you make, every commitment you accept, and every relationship you nurture should serve your growth, not your depletion. This is not selfishness, it is clarity. It is an understanding that your life is a finite resource, and that wasting it on things that don't align with your purpose is the greatest disservice you can do to yourself and to those who depend on the best version of you. Focus and self-value are inseparable. One cannot exist without the other. Focus without value leads to burnout. You may be busy, but you are busy in the wrong direction. And value without focus leads to complacency. You may care about yourself, but without direction, that care dissipates into inaction. The intersection of these two forces, focus and value, is where your potential begins to unfold. This is where your work becomes meaningful, your relationships deepen, and your life becomes a testament to intentionality. Every day you face a choice: to allow the distractions of modern life, social media, endless notifications, obligations that don't serve you, to dictate your time, or to reclaim it deliberately and boldly. The choice to focus means saying no to things that fragment your attention. It means prioritizing the projects, the people, and the experiences that matter most. It means waking up and asking yourself, what is worth my attention today? And having the courage to act on that answer consistently. Valuing yourself also means forgiving yourself for the past. It means understanding that mistakes, missed opportunities, and setbacks are not indicators of failure. They are evidence that you are alive, learning, and growing. When you internalize this, you stop punishing yourself with doubt and regret and start investing in a future that reflects your worth. You start building habits, routines, and mindsets that reinforce the life you are capable of living, not the one the world expects you to accept. And here's the crucial insight. When you focus and value yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Your clarity becomes contagious. Your self-respect becomes a model for those around you. You create an environment where excellence is expected, where distraction is minimized, and where potential is celebrated. People will notice the difference not just in what you achieve, but in how you carry yourself, how you respond to challenges, and how unwaveringly you commit to your purpose. This is the moment to take ownership of your attention, your energy, and your worth. Stop drifting through life and start living intentionally. Focus on what matters, protect your time, prioritize your growth, set boundaries that honor your potential. Choose relationships, work, and experiences that reflect the value you place on yourself. And every day, remind yourself that your life is too precious to be spent on anything less than extraordinary. When you make the conscious decision to focus and value yourself, you start to see the subtle but profound ways in which your life shifts. Opportunities that once seemed distant suddenly align with your priorities. People who truly matter, those who lift you, challenge you, and inspire you begin to gravitate toward you. And just as importantly, those who drain you, who create unnecessary noise, or who pull you away from your purpose, naturally fade from your orbit. This is not coincidence. It is the natural consequence of living a life that is intentional, disciplined, and rooted in self-respect. The act of focusing is, at its core, an act of courage. Courage to say no when the world expects you to say yes. Courage to resist the lure of distraction, the temptation of busyness, and the pressure to conform to someone else's definition of success. Every time you choose to focus on what matters, you are asserting that your time, your energy, and your life are worth protecting. This courage compounds over time, creating momentum that propels you forward even when the path is unclear. Valuing yourself also means taking ownership of your inner dialogue. It means recognizing the way you speak to yourself shapes the way you act. When you tell yourself you are capable, deserving, and worthy of investment, you begin to act accordingly. Your choices reflect your belief in your own value, and this belief becomes the foundation for everything you do. Conversely, when you neglect yourself, worth, doubt, and hesitation creep in, and every step forward feels heavier, every decision less certain. By valuing yourself, you remove the internal friction that slows you down and replace it with clarity, confidence, and decisive action. Focus and self-value also teach you patience. They teach you to understand that meaningful results do not come from rushing or scattering your efforts. Greatness, impact, and fulfillment are not achieved through multitasking, comparison, or chasing fleeting trends. They are achieved through consistent, purposeful attention on what truly matters. When you value yourself, you respect the process, you honor the time it takes to cultivate skill, to nurture relationships, and to build a life that reflects your highest potential. And perhaps most importantly, focusing and valuing yourself transforms how you experience the present. Life stops feeling like a series of obligations and starts feeling like a canvas where every action, every decision, and every moment has intention. You begin to savor progress rather than just outcomes. You celebrate growth rather than just milestones. You notice the small victories, the discipline to stick to a goal, the clarity to say no, the confidence to choose yourself. And these victories compound, shaping a life of purpose, impact, and fulfillment. This is the power of focus and self-value. It doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are. It rewires how you interact with the world, how you navigate challenges, and how you seize the opportunities that align with your purpose. The energy you invest in yourself becomes a force that transforms not only your life, but the lives of those around you. And once you embrace this mindset, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Once you commit to valuing yourself and focusing on what truly matters, everything in your life begins to gain clarity. Suddenly, the choices you face are no longer overwhelming. They are aligned with your vision, your purpose, and the person you are becoming. You start to see that time is your most precious asset, and every decision you make is an investment. Each moment spent on distraction or negativity is a moment that could have been used to build your skills, strengthen your relationships, or take a step closer to the life you aspire to live. Focus demands discipline. It requires the willingness to prioritize long-term growth over short-term gratification. It asks you to resist the allure of the immediate, the constant notifications, the endless scrolling, the temptations that steal your attention. When you focus, you make a choice every single day to invest your energy in actions that compound, that create momentum, and that align with your deepest values. This is how extraordinary lives are built, not by luck, not by accident, but by the conscious, consistent application of attention and effort. Valuing yourself also means protecting your inner world. It means being mindful of the thoughts you entertain, the words you speak to yourself, and the stories you tell about who you are. Every time you speak with self-respect, every time you make a decision rooted in your worth, you reinforce a cycle of confidence and clarity. You begin to recognize that no external validation is required to justify your choices. Your own understanding of your value is enough. And when you live from this place of self-respect, The energy you radiate changes how others perceive you, how they engage with you, and the opportunities they present to you. This combination of focus and self-value also cultivates resilience. Life is unpredictable, challenges will arise. Setbacks will occur, but when your attention is rooted in what matters and your sense of worth is unshakable, you navigate adversity with strength and composure. You see obstacles as lessons, as opportunities to refine your approach, and as stepping stones toward growth. You no longer react impulsively to every distraction or setback. Instead, you respond intentionally with clarity and purpose, knowing that every action you take is a reflection of your values and vision. Furthermore, when you value yourself, you create space for growth and creativity. You stop overcommitting, overextending, and diluting your energy. Instead, you channel your efforts into what truly moves the needle, what lights up your passion, and what leaves a lasting impact. Focus becomes a form of liberation. It frees you from the chaos of distraction and gives you the power to shape your own path. The truth is, living with focus and self-value is not a one-time decision, it is a daily practice. It is waking up each morning and asking yourself, am I spending my energy where it matters? Am I honoring my potential? Am I protecting my most valuable asset, myself? And when the answer is yes, the transformation is undeniable. Your life begins to reflect the intentionality, the discipline, and the self-respect that define the extraordinary, and every step you take forward becomes an expression of the person you were always meant to be.